Hello, hi there. This is Coach Dashley. This video is primarily going out to the new athletes that haven't trained with us before. Um, if you worked with Coach Lombardi or Coach Zenowitz, you probably have a general idea of some of these things. So I'm sending out you should by now have in front of you the workout schedule for the remainder of the summer. Like I said in the email, if we do get the chance to go out and work together. This will probably change a little bit based on where we're going to end up running on different days. Harder days we typically want to go over at Camp Slope or maybe at the track or something like that, and that'll change things a little bit. But this is a good starting point. This provides you a lot of flexibility um, and allows you to do different hard days on different days of the week. Generally, rule of thumb, you never want to do two hard days back to back. And I count a long run as a hard day. So you want to space this out. You want to take one day off per week for the younger guys, especially. So a typical routine that we do at the high school is Monday easy, Tuesday hard, um, Wednesday easy, Thursday hard, Friday either off or easy, and then Saturday long or hard, um, depending on what's going on, and then maybe Sundays off. So, as you can see, you're just kind of trying to stagger those easy and hard days. Um, so, let's go to some terms here. So, if you go to first training week, which is next week, that's on the calendar, May 25th. Hard day one is 2 to 5 sets of ladder, all with 1 minute recovery. So a ladder, basically, we don't do a lot of ladders. They're fun. A ladder is where you're changing either the time you're running, you're either going longer, so you're going up the ladder, or um, you're changing the distance that you're going. So you're going farther, 200 meters, 300 meters, 400 meters, whatnot. So in this particular scenario, you young guys are going to be doing 2 sets of this ladder. So you're going to get 1 minute recovery. So the way it would work is you're going to go 1 minute hard, and you get 1 minute easy. 1 minute hard, or 2 minutes hard, 1 minute easy. 3 minutes hard, 1 minute easy. And then you take a break of 1 minute between the sets, and then you do it again. So you only have 2 sets right now as we're starting this out. And if you're in Group A, if you're in Group B, then you're going to have 3 sets. And that's the thing with these numbers here. When I talk about 3 to 6 sets, if you're in Group A, you're pretty much going to be doing that minimum number of sets. If you're in B or C, then you start eking your way towards the farther ones. So if I say 3 to 6 and you're in Group B, then you're doing 4 sets. If you're in Group C, maybe you're doing 4 or 5 sets, based on how you feel as well. All right, so here's the next question. I know you're going to have what pace do I go at? So that's a tough thing because I don't have PRs from you guys or time trials. So when you go out for an easy run, your pace should be conversational. So you should be able to have somewhat of a conversation with the person next to you, as long as you're not going up a hill. Your breathing should not be terribly labored. I know some of you guys are starting out, so some might feel like every single run is labored, but that's okay. You'll get there. Uh, the the paces for the tempos and the paces for the fartleks, and I'll explain the fartleks in a second. That workout that we did right there, with the ladder, that's technically a fartlek, where you're changing, you're going faster and slower during the workout. Um, so you'll hear that term as well. So when you're doing these fartleks and these tempos, at some point I'll be able to tell you exactly what I think pace you should be running. But for now, it should be harder than your easy run. It should be probably 30 to 45 seconds faster per mile pace for those of you that have GPS watches. So that means you're going to go, if you're normally running 9 minute pace, 10 minute pace for the easy days, you're going to try and push it down a minute faster than that. So this should not be a conversational pace, but it shouldn't be race pace either. It should be somewhere in between. You shouldn't feel like you're going to die. You should feel like, you like to use the word, within yourself, like you can continue to do it, but you're not crushing yourself to accomplish that. Once we hit to do a time trial, I should be able to give you guys better feel for what paces you should be at based off of that time trial. So that's the first week. The first 4 weeks, you can see we only have one hard day. Cut down tempo. So a cut down tempo is pretty simple. You guys have got somewhere around 2 miles per day in Group A that you're doing. So you're not going to be cutting down for very far. So the concept on the cut down tempo is that you will go from easier pace at the beginning of the run to a faster pace by the end of the run. So let's say you start out at, let's say it's a 2 mile run. So you say the first half mile you're going to be at 9 minute pace. Then you cut down to 8:30, and then for the second 800, then the third 800 you're going to do 30 seconds faster, and then 30 seconds faster than that. So you're finishing. You should be finishing near an uncomfortable pace, probably a little bit faster than that tempo. Okay, so nothing crazy. So that's the cut down tempo. Time trial. You're going to have to go out, and I'll give you some more details on that. You're going to have to find a 1.5 mile stretch of either a track. I think Plainville's still open. You're going to have to go to maybe mark out with a car or a GPS watch and find an uninterrupted 1.5 mile to work on. All right, so the next one is June 15th, week of. There's 3 to 8 sets of 3 on, 1 off. So you're gonna take it back up. So when you do these workouts, you should probably be doing at least a half mile of jogging at the beginning of the run and a half mile at the end of the run. I know that for those of you the days that you're only doing 2 to 3 miles, that's not a whole lot, but that's you need to get something in at the beginning of the workout. You don't go right into the hard stuff. All right, so the 3 on, 1 off, that means 3 minutes of a tempo pace and then 1 minute on a normal jogging pace. And here's the thing is, when you go off on a fartlek, when you're doing the off pace, you're not taking a full break. You're not stopping. This is a continuous run. So you're going to go 3 minutes hard, and then you're going to go back to that normal pace that you jog at on a regular basis. If you go so slow that you're doing a shuffle step, you're doing a different type of workout, and that's what we're going to do when we get to this school year. Those are called intervals, where you actually do a very slow jog between this. So you want that pace to be on the off. You want it to be, still moving along. So if your normal jogging pace is 9 minute pace, then your off pace should be 9 minute pace. That means your on pace should be about 8 in that case. Okay. The next week, June 22nd, tempo and Tyro daily mileage minus 1 warm up and 1 warm down. So this is really going to be a huge change for you guys because you're only doing 3 miles or so per day. So the you're gonna it's almost the same thing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a half mile warm up, and then you're gonna tempo the whole rest of the thing at a fixed pace, instead of going faster to slower. So this is a little bit harder because you're expected to go out right off the bat and start tempoing. Now it's not going to be the whole run is not going to be near as fast as the last bit of the cut down tempo. It should be something steady that when you start it, you can continue to go on with it for the entire day run. Week after that is the time trial, and then now we have another we call cruise interval. So cruise intervals are kind of like fartleks, except once you get past the 4 to 5 minute barrier, we start calling them cruise intervals, just the lingo. And those are similar. Those are tempo paces, longer efforts, requiring you to mentally stay within the game for a little bit longer period of time at a faster pace. And once again, I'll help you out with the paces of those down the road. So that would be for the first one of those. That's 3 minutes of those. Then we have the 1 on, 1 off. That's usually 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy. 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy. Okay. Chutes and ladders, don't worry about. If we are fortunate enough to be able to do that workout, I will map it out exactly. It's at Camp Sloper. It's a good time. It's not easy, but it's a good solid hill workout. Cruise intervals again after that. Then on July 20th, I need to get to that. Okay, that's the longer cruise interval, so we're building on that. So 1 to 3 by 12-minute cruise intervals with 2-minute recovery. And in those cruise intervals, you can do a shuffle step on those. Get some water, do a shuffle step on these cruise intervals. Okay, those you don't have to maintain your normal pace. Time trial again. Then we go back, revisit that ladder from the very first week. It's a little bit longer effort here. So 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. Some more tempos. And then we start the last 2 weeks, we get into actually some intervals. And I'll give you a lot more details on those, and hopefully by then everybody will have a pace. So that is going to be mile repeats at a fixed pace, and that's going to be what we're doing more of. We're going to start adding intervals instead of having um, these cruise intervals, tempo stuff being the dominant workout. As the cross country season starts, we're going to start transitioning from that into more of a interval based. Not so they kind of balance out. We will never forego either one of those throughout the rest of the season. All right, make sure you're doing your injury prevention routine. Make sure you're doing Coach Green's team builder exercises. But by the most important thing, obviously, is to be getting in these miles over the summer. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. One of your coaches, myself, Coach Pierce, Coach Green, can answer anything you have. And and don't be intimidated by this. Okay, this will come to you. If you struggle, that's just please put it in the notes. Let us know. We do read them every day, and we'll be thinking about you guys. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye.